And good morning to you. It's time to go live from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the morning steam for Sunday, November the 12th. And we've got NFL Sunday upon us here today with a game just coming up here in less than 30 minutes, 20 minutes from now to be the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots in Germany. So, last game of the NFL International Series. We'll get you ready for that one. The teams are on the field, of course. And, uh, well, what do you guys have maybe in that one? We did preview the game already, but we'll kind of visit it here for a few minutes and talk about it because everybody wants to get down and get on this game if they haven't already. So, it's a great way to start our sports betting day with an NFL game, NFL card. There's also big NBA card today. There's some games in the NHL. There are games in college basketball as well. UFC last night, pretty good show. UFC came through big time in New York City. Big gate, probably big sales. I would think with this one. I mean, the names weren't there. John Jones was supposed to be there. He wasn't there, but uh, they did kind of save the day a little bit with their championship bouts. So, pretty fun night there. And say hello to everyone in the chat. And how was everybody preparing for their day? Big breakfast, big lunch, get ready for football. What's going to happen with your team today? We saw college football yesterday, some big stories and some big results. And how will things change, if any, with the college football playoff moving forward? The Harbaugh Michigan drama, and pretty fun day overall, though, I thought, in college football and the night games as well. Um, I don't know about NBA news necessarily, or well, I know what the news is. I don't know if you guys. Let's say hello to some folks, and I don't know what the news was yesterday regarding NBA and NHL here with our picks. Do you guys have any information for me? Here's Perky was here to open the doors. Thank you, Perky. Good to see you. Um, Missed you guys. I don't know if you were. I didn't get as much on the college football YouTube streams last night. We did Thanksgiving a little early around here this year with just a family configuration. So I had a great meal yesterday. I had my Thanksgiving already. So and uh, I'm ready to go for the postseason for college football postseason. Ready to go here. Ziggy, nice to see you as always. Ziggy bringing his plays in here. Ferner, hello. He got it done. He said he managed a little profit in there yesterday. And Ferner today sending in his plays. Hello to Matt. Johnny Walker here today. And toast to Johnny. Also, one of the finest golfers out there, as well as a fine liquor manufacturer. Johnny hears that too much, but thank you so much, Johnny, for your plays today. Let's maybe talk about just a little bit here with the game coming up if you guys want. I did preview the game already. I'm not going to send you out of here to go watch that video if you haven't already. You can watch it if you want, but I'm on the Colts here as my play from the show on Thursday. I've got Jonathan Taylor. I mean, look, the Patriots, defense pretty decent, but the Colts offense. Say what you will about Minshew. I mean, he's been in there most of the season now. Richardson did his share of the contributions when he was in there, right? But right now, it does look like, with the balance of Jonathan Taylor, and it kind of makes even, and the other running, I mean, Taylor's only been, it seems like he's been back several weeks. Well, he has been back several weeks, and we really haven't even seen Jonathan Taylor bust out, but he looks so strong, and he's had good games, very good games so far, strong games. What he brings is an incredible balance to this team, and that's why we're seeing, the surprise that we're seeing, I think, from the Colts right now. Because if you can produce offensively, even though the Colts have had plenty of defensive problems this year, certainly, with their especially with passing, right? And even Mac might have some success here, I'm thinking, but uh, will it be enough to get this victory? In what only can be considered a closely rated game? I don't think so. I like Taylor to be the main factor in this game that can get the Colts to victory here uh, today. Neutral site game also, I think, is a little bit of psychology to it. Here I don't know if I necessarily think that the uh, Patriots would be favored in this one, so I'm gonna take the Colts as my play here on the show. If you guys want to, we can peek maybe at some, uh, reports coming in. But what do you guys have in the game today? Hey, listen, let me take you over to Tony'sPicks.com. We got 15 minutes before kickoff, and I do want to visit how the handicappers did yesterday here on the site. And I guess nobody's too interested in my news. Okay, Johnny is all right. Thank you, Johnny. Um, Matt talking about the Bengals and their receiver. Where we've got Chase, we've got Higgins out for the teams. So, all right, let's real quick. We're gonna go over there, but I just want to show Johnny's comment. Trying to be a little humble pie here, but I think everyone. I don't know. Did anybody come to the show yet? Is anybody here yesterday that was here? Anybody here today that was here yesterday for some picks that we had on the show? We didn't do too bad yesterday. Uh, Ziggy says this is a good matchup for the Patriots. Belichick dominates the Colts, of course. I mean, it's been Belichick all this time. He's had different. Uh, well, the old Belichick. This was the one we're going to leave Belichick behind if we lose this game, right? That's not fair. This is a pick 'em game, and anybody, either team could obviously win this game. And Ziggy on the Patriots here. That's not my point. Talking about Belichick and, the little bit of hot water that he's in with trying to save it. I don't know. Could he end up on it with a different job next year? Could he end up in uh, Washington or somewhere like that? And is his career over? And what? And of course, before he went over to Germany this week, and we know Bill was out and about town a little bit at night. Getting away in the morning a little bit. Anybody see the viral viral video of Bill this week? I don't know if the context was right, but it sure felt it was pretty funny. So, Johnny, thank you for that comment. Yeah, did we have some hockey winners? I'll say so. How about it? Let's there. Yesterday had that 12 game card. We had the Red Wings on the show. We had the Canadians puck line on the show. We had the Hurricanes on the show. We had the Senators on the show yesterday. We had the Penguins. Yeah, we gave out some chalk, but we can only give out the winners. We had the Capitals on the puck line on the show. We had the over in the Coyotes and the Predators. We had the under in Edmonton and Seattle. We had the Flyers. That's a lot of winners, you guys. I think. I don't know how many that is, 7, 8, 9, whatever it was. Pretty good day. We had few losers in there with the hockey plays yesterday. What was the other one that I wanted to look at yesterday? Oh, the Blues. We had the Blues also. So, man, how many? 1, 2, 3. I feel like we're on Count Chocula here. today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winners yesterday in 12 games. That can't be right. Oh, we had one game where we gave out 2 plays. We lost one of them, so we did have. But 10 winners in hockey. Yeah, 10-4. What 10-4? I think it was 10-4 yesterday in the hockey plays here. And well, how did we do? Also, we had some NBA plays. I don't know if anybody was keeping track of the NBA plays here yesterday, but we did have a few plays in the NBA. What do we have on the show? We had Milwaukee and Orlando under. Yeah, that one. Yep. We had Toronto and Boston under. That one. Yeah, yeah. And we had Miami. Remember we were talking about we had all these unders yesterday. Miami and Atlanta under. Yeah, that one. That one. Also, and we gave out the Cavaliers. Did that win? Yeah, that one. Right. Cavs did win. Right. So we went 4-0 on the show in the NBA. So that is 14-4. We did give out 2 plays in the CFL. I don't know if anybody watched those games yesterday. In the CFL, like and smash, Thomas says. Brent's going to be. No, Brent's on the Colts with me. All right, Thomas on the Colts here. Matt says seems like an under with Mac Jones. And let me to the want to get 9 minutes before kickoff. Want to get everybody in here. We're going to preview the games. It's not a huge card. We'll get started here. Yeah, and of course Mac Young. I don't know what we call his German name here, but here's the thing about the thanks, Beezy. Nice to see you today as well. These games have totally been going under, right over overseas, and there is probably some good reason to think that today's could be an under. I have the premium here, so I'm not going to give out. I'm going to tip my hand. Even I don't even know if I'm giving anything away here, but the Colts defense has been a little bit suspect. Now, there are a lot of interesting trends here that can kind of point to an under, but I do have some reservations this week. I don't know. Let me not get into it too much, but interestingly, these Europe games have been totally going under so far this season, and usually when you have teams like this, um, they're not division teams like they used to be back in the day, but um, these these not non-conference conference games a little bit also showing some under trends. But I just have, you know, the Colts. Remember what the Saints did, right? They're the ones. The reason I mean, one of the reasons why maybe they are one of the few teams that they've scored at least 20 points in all these games. I'm kind of just off the bus here a little bit on this, but uh, the fact that the Colts have such an efficient offense, they're the ones getting kind of involved in some of those, trading points games. I guess that's the only way I can put it because of their ability to score, and they've had some problems defensively. Now, one interesting thing that does concern me is uh, NFL teams before the bye week this season have been a massive under so far. I think there was yeah, here it is. NFL teams this week before the bye. 20 teams have taken the bye so far this season. So got about a dozen more to go here, including today, right? But so far this season, the week before the bye, those teams are 17-3 to the under. The 20 teams that have gone on a bye so far this season are 17-3 to the under when they have the bye next week. Well, which one of these teams has the bye next week? Both of these teams have the bye next week. So I don't know. That kind of worries me. A little bit of funny there on that one. All right. Let's say airplane boop. How have you open. Yeah, and also, BZ, thanks for that about seeing the board good. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com, you guys, and take a look at who did well yesterday. Yeah, well, Belichick's checked out because he's got the I don't know, late night phone calls coming in. Can you come over, Bill? Yeah, I don't know. I think they were a little bit. I mean, the quarterbacking situation was a little bit of desperation. I think when Mac Jones came in, and given where the Patriots, I almost thought Mac Mac was a. I mean, uh, Cam was okay. Mac Cam. All right, you guys, I'm going over right now. I just want to get all your comments. Say hello. Tony'sPicks.com. Let's take a look. Yesterday and see who did well. I had premium winner. I'm still trying to kind of get over the hump, though. I mean, I know I keep saying, look, I want to give you great plays. I mean, and I feel like, especially the early games, you're getting my best today on these other sports because I'm going heavy in the NFL. Real quick, we got 4 minutes before game time. I'm going to preview the games, but I wanted to take care of this. If you want my play in the game right now, what a terrible salesman I am. I have this game up, ready and available. There's like 4 or 5 minutes. You could probably still get the play. Here it is right here, NFL Germany, early start, discount, best bet, just $15. You get my play right now for the game in Germany. I probably already gave it away. You don't need to spend the money, but you would be supporting me. And yeah, if you're so good, why not just bet the games yourself, and you don't have, well, then I wouldn't have any friends. Okay, I'd just be sitting here by myself, and I wouldn't get to talk to myself and try to entertain myself in front of 4 or 5 dozen new friends that I've made over the last 14 months here doing this show. Just want to point out that uh, I come here every day because I like a little bit of interaction, right? I mean, why if I'm just going to sit here and pick winners or losers or whatever? This has been a real great outlet for me, so appreciate it. Your support. There it is. Discount best bet today for the game coming up, and I'll give the play out here in just a few minutes. So I don't know. What did you guys think? What did you guys think I was on? Under, or I just gave you the side, so my total is in here. What do you guys think I gave out? Let's take a look at who's hot. Back here, Mindy continued to roll. Mindy Hahn, 13-4 yesterday with that big day. Daniel Walasachuk here, 8-1. Huge day for Daniel. Man, Daniel's been hot right now. Sean Dinwiddie, 67%. He's the king of totals. Collins Brown, 64% yesterday. Joseph Schultz won his only 2 plays, and Marlon Pettis won his only play. What did I get, juiced or something? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a look. I did have the winner in the main event last night. Pereira with the victory. Pretty impressive win with the leg kick in the quickly took care of business. And I had a couple of winners last night in the UFC. Kind of wanted to go heavier. I wanted to, again, I'm just trying to get a little bit of comfortability in the premiums right now. What I'm really disappointed in, honestly, as a handicapper, is the inconsistency. Not necessarily the wins and losses. I can live with those, but when you're picking a game, right? Look, I've had some real nice, impressive winners where picking under and there's like 24 points, whatever, or a basketball uh, under, but then also the loser, instead of a bad beat where it's like pretty much missed on that one bad handicap. So I think I can live with the people say, well, I'd rather get blown out. Not me. I don't want to get blown. If I get a bad beat and the handicap's right, that's variance. That's supposed to happen actually, right? But it's the ones where you're really wrong. That's what. And if you watch the game and you're really wrong, and you're like, well, I watched the game and there was, bouncing ball, turnover, whatever. But if you have the tempo of the game wrong, you're like, that's me. That's on me. So they don't like me to not talk about it like that necessarily, but it's an honest game here. Hey, take a look for last week. Nick Lagarettos, he's cranking right now, up 13-13. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe hook up with Nick today. Daniel's been so hot. I said there it is. Last 7 days, 15-3. Ben Ruhala up 10 units. Tony T's up 904 over the last 7 days. And Tiffany Mance, she's been cooking as well, up nearly 900 units over the last 7 days. Last 30 days, Daniel Woloschuk, well, even I can figure out Daniel here at 67% over the last 30 days. Hollywood Sam is up over 18 3/4 units. Chauncey Giles up nearly 14 units. Ben Ruhala up 13 units. And Marlon Pettis is up a nickel over the last 30 days. At Tony'sPicks.com, click on the Premium Picks tab. You'll find all of the plays from the Cappers today. You know they're loaded up there already, and so am I. As we get ready for the action here today, Daniel Woloschuk has a 3-pack. Tony T's got a powerhouse 3-pack. Ben Ruhala, holla, he's been hot. There he is. Sam's got his packages there, and here I also have. I'm going to stop right here. There's Sam. He's got an early Christmas NFL 5-pack, and well, I've got an NFL 5-pack here as well. With this early window 5-pack premium pass, get my 5 big plays for Sunday here for just $25. Get your NFL Sunday started with me. Get my plays here. Looks like just breaking news, a little ESPN. You know, if you have those ESPN prompts, that is one. You know, I mean, I know it's ESPN, it's kind of square, but that's breaking news right now. It looks like Jimbo Fisher, and I talked about yesterday on a show about, yeah, man, Jimbo, one of my favorites, but could be in trouble. And Jimbo looks like he's out at Texas A&M. So what's going to happen at College Station? Who's going to be the next coach of the Aggies? Breaking news right now, just coming across the high-speed sports wire. All right, pick up the plays from the Cappers over there. I think we've had long enough here to go over them, but just want to point them all out. That's what I'm supposed to do here on the show. There's also best bets from the crew, $15 picks. Sorry if I left out. We'll just scroll through them here. Maybe there's so many packages today, but I just want to show you all the Cappers that have plays available here. Oh, the VIP also. It looks like he's got his late games right there. I'll have the late games up after the early games start. I don't like anybody to be confused and get the wrong package for the wrong games. So all right, thanks you guys. Thanks for your comments as well. We're ready to go. Let's get over there. They're ready to kick it off. Perky, get your plays in, everybody, if you want to put them on the screen. Corey Richmond, hello. Nice to see you as well. Let's see what Corey is. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you, Corey. Yeah, and again, if hopefully I made it clear at the beginning of the show that I am on the Colts as my free play. So, yeah. Oh, great, Ferner. We'll do it. Yeah, we don't, busy night last night, right? So we're going to get to those games right now. And what do you mean, Ferner? Are they saying like they're saying, "Hey, I like the Colts"? No, Wait, I changed my mind. I like the Patriots, or are they playing things that they don't usually play? Let me know about what are Cappers up to today. I like to read into what the Cappers are doing. I'm a little bit different from the rest of the people out there. That I like to follow all these guys. All right, let's get started. We'll get started in the football game. We'll get started, and that'll be just fine because we're going to talk NFL football right now for Sunday action today with the late games. We've already previewed the early games, so you could check those out as the day goes along, as the morning goes along. And let's get started with the games for tonight. I didn't notice I didn't recap college basketball picks from yesterday. We were okay on. We had a few winners, but Oh, and also I did not mention here as we get started with the Falcons and the Cardinals, but I mentioned about the two CFL games. I didn't finish my thought like I don't do half the time. But if we're talking about yeah, Ramon had a pretty good day on the show. Also, we did give out the two CFL winners. We gave out the underdog in the first game. We gave out the favorite in the second game. So hopefully we won those too. All right, Falcons and Cardinals today. NFL action for Sunday afternoon with these two teams. And well, uh, boy, wouldn't the Cardinals like to have Josh Dobbs instead of Kyler Murray? Probably not, but I don't know. Which guy would you rather have right now? Kyler Murray returns today for the Cardinals, and it's been a, you know, interesting period with Kyler from, uh, back when Mr. Hanson was coaching, and was Kyler studying the playbook? Is he really into this? Is he just saying, "Hey, I can ad lib. I don't even need a playbook. I don't need to study it." Does Kyler even want to play for the Cardinals? Does he want to play football? Does he want to, whatever? And now he's back, though. It was, can talk about the, being injured. That's not something that we want to make. He wants to be in there, I'm sure. So maybe breathing a little bit of life into this team here today in the matchup against the Falcons, where they've had their own quarterback issues. I thought they got a little, you know, um, jumping the gun a little bit, or Ritter. Yeah, I mean, uh, maybe Ritter has been bad, but what were you really expecting with Desmond Ritter? I understand that they, made, only some quarterbacks are available or whatever, and you get the news that your veteran quarterback is leaving town. He was getting old, so. For the Falcons and the Cardinals, what have they really been left with here? With Ritter getting benched. Uh, you know that doesn't feel like the right here. The talk about Ritter is that he never loses right at home, right? I mean, it's tough enough to win a football game on the road, but if you can still win your games at home, that's a pretty good deal. Now, look, Ritter wasn't. You didn't bring him in here saying he's going to compete with any of these guys, but now you got Heineke in there, and where is Heineke? Heineke's basically a cast off from the Commanders. And look, you could compare. You could say, look, I'd already said it. Do you really have an upgrade from Sam Howell over a guy like Heineke? It seems like the same kind of same quarterback almost to a certain extent. So you could tell I'm down on these guys kind of right now, and this total is sitting up here like 44, right? Like it's gonna be Ryan out there, like will be Matt Ryan out there for the for Atlanta, and I don't know for Arizona who we could go back and then we could go to Kurt Warner, I guess, or somebody, or who are your favorite Cardinal quarterbacks? Look, Kyler Murray is one of the best quarterbacks that the franchise, quite frankly, has ever had, and he still really has never, gotten his career totally rolling. Is he a quarterback in the NFL? Yeah, it's a hard job, man. I mean, there's only 3,500 brain surgeons in the United States. There's only about 10 guys that can play this position at a really high level. So these guys probably aren't two of them. Maybe because these defenses are, Atlanta's been okay, I would think. Here, we'll mention that for the Cardinals' last 5 games, they have allowed 24 touchdowns on their last 77 drives. We're seeing the Patriots kind of entering to the red zone here, 4 minutes into the game. So update as we go along, or if you're watching. Uh, the Falcons have gone under in 13 of their last 17 games overall, and I would think that this one has a strong chance to go under, but I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals here to get this one done as an underdog here. Well, I say underdog. Do I even have the line right on screen? Yeah, it's still 2 for Atlanta. Uh, they do know, right, that Kyler Murray is back. Look, I mean, maybe you guys aren't big on Kyler Murray, and there'd be questions whether or not Kyler Murray can be effective long term for any team in this league. But when he's been out there, right, Josh Dobbs kind of like I don't know, like a less effective Kyler Murray type of thing. So Kyler Murray works for the Cardinals, and I think that he'll be able to get something today. All right, I think we talked enough. Let's get your picks real quick and move on here. So Perky's already mad, huh? I've got the Colts in this one. I think they're going to be able to trade here with the Patriots today. Like I said, I think they can. I think they'll be gashing here once they get the ball. Or the Patriots kind of going right down the field here. Maybe they're obviously probably gonna get some points out of this drive. Yeah, I went with the over, you guys, as my premium. Look, I know I'm under all these European games, under. But in this one, I did go over with the Patriots. I think with the Colts averaging over 20 points per game this season, the only team that's what is it? The only team that scored 20 in every game or something like that. So I ended up on the over as my no. Salty Fly Guy and I are completely opposite. We could have saved the juice and gone in this against one another. Good luck to Salty. And like I said, I just think that once the Colts get the ball, they will smash and gash a little bit with Taylor. I think Taylor will be the star of this game when it's all said and done. And we'll be talking about Jonathan Taylor and everyone, giving the fans their money's worth in Germany. All right, we got to take care of that one. They say I go a little long on these games, but I enjoy talking about them so much with you. The Lions and my Chargers here in this one. The Chargers at home getting the points from the Lions. The Chargers have had some vulnerability. Yeah, the Lions are, near Super Bowl contenders. What happened? The Chargers were near Super Bowl contenders too. Did they forget about them? The Chargers are the type of team, right, that you would say they could get into any game at any time and maybe be able to pull off an upset because of the quarterback play of Herbert. And if he's been slightly down, just know that right, Mike Williams got injured really early in this season, and who really has stepped up? There's not going to be a replacement necessarily for Mike Williams for the Chargers. They've had tried to step up with their guys, with their tight ends particularly, and they have a secret, well, not a secret weapon in Eckler, but it almost seems like he's still kind of underrated, even though everybody wants him on their fantasy team. Everybody bets his anytime touchdowns and all that, but maybe doesn't get the star status that he maybe deserves. I think maybe people want to say that, I don't know, he's a fluke or whatnot, but obviously Eckler's been doing it now for several years when he's healthy, and he's stayed away from the injuries for the most part of late. He's kind of like CMC. Once in a while, he gets a little dinged up, but yeah, when you've got your high volume guy, that stuff's going to happen. So, look, I can respect what's going on with the Lions. I mean, who doesn't love what's going on with the Lions? Like I said, if the Lions won the Super Bowl, would not be any problem uh, for me. That would really be great. No doubt about it. I mean, that'd be fun here, but I got to go with Brent. I got to go with Z. I'm taking my Chargers plus the points. They can stay within this, margin, get the margin at the end even right now. I wish they were rolling, right? They're 4-4, but this offense can cook, and they've been off to such good starts, right, Brent? They've really been starting the games well, 41-10, and has it coincided maybe with the you know, everybody's talked a little bit about Herbert's finger, and obviously was a little bit of a factor having that thing taped up and whatnot. But uh, Chargers 6-3-3 against the spread, last 12 coming off of a victory. The Detroit Lions are 9-2 against the spread, coming off of the bye. And we already talked about teams going under right in the bye. We are teams coming out of the bye. We already talked about that trend, 17-3 to the under. This is a massive total here this week at 48-ish, right? Is it 48 and a half there on screen? Not to mention, I know I keep going to the well on this one, but I just want to keep reminding because, sometimes if you're looking for other bets and, systems, league wide systems are something that I do feel like I, use more than other cappers, but just wanted to remind everybody about the situation in the NFL with these. Uh, Unders with road teams right now. Still, it's still in play, you guys. So if you're looking, to tease as well or parlay it up, remember it's a huge, huge situation still with these road teams, road favorites. These games are just massive right now to the under. It's in a really, really strong groove right now. 51 and 101 in the last 152 games, with a road favorite with AFC versus NFC. Interconference games with road favorites are 101 unders and 51 overs in the last 152. And I believe that's now a 6 or 7 year sample size. Road favorites when AFC plays NFC. And you also, like I said, have that 17-3 to the under with teams going on a bye the following week, and the Lions are on their bye next week. So just want to add a little bit of information there regarding the game, but I'm going to be on the Chargers here in this one. Ziggy's on the Lions. Blake says go under. Brent says they'll win this game. Chargers are my team. I hope they win this game. I'm right. Uh, I don't homer this. I mean, if anything, I'm always skeptical of my teams, right? I mean, I'm a little different than some of my friends over across the street, or I mean, I'm gonna be cheering if I ever win the series. Probably just bury me now, but. Uh, with my Chargers, I'll take them plus the points for sure. Do I want to lay 3 points against? No, sirree. Give me the Chargers plus the points today, this afternoon. All right, the Patriots got 3 points, so that was not good if you got the over, but they did score here and got some points out of it. The Colts will get the ball now, so we'll see. Took off 7 minutes off the first quarter clock in strong Patriot fashion. All right. Y'all can't be winners here with the Giants and the Cowboys. This is a thread that it might be a thread the needle special. How are you guys looking at this one? See the soccer scores over there behind my shoulder, and getting my soccer crew in here at all. We got games going on right now. Look at those results there from uh, Italy and England going on. All right, Giants and the Cowboys. It can't be all pretty, right? I mean, we got one of the best rivalries in all of football, but not right now with these Giants. Just a disaster. And now we're starting Tommy DeVito. I don't know. Is this guy right out of the sitcoms? Is he right out of the fast food commercials? Is he Tommy DeVito? If Tommy DeVito's the answer, this guy could make a lot of money in New York. But right now, he's just a stopgap. The former Rutgers quarterback. Where else did he go? Did he go to in Wisconsin, Indiana, Wisconsin? He went to the Big Ten. I don't want to look it up right now. I escapes me in my old brain, but you do have now. What happens here, right? You probably Ramon. The reason we come to you, you're supposed to tell us what happens in these games when you have NFL, right? This doesn't. Well, I mean, it happens. I mean, maybe once or twice a year, sometimes, right? Where you have hello, Gino. Nice to have you here. What a pleasure. All right. And what happens, Ramon, when these type of games go? Because look, the game should play out like it plays out. Now, you know, the will the Giants go out and surprise the Cowboys today and win the game? Win the game 28-20. Probably not. Probably not. Actually, you thought I was yeah, they could. No, probably not. The game's probably going to end right here. Exactly. These games are almost more predictable to a certain extent, right? With these type of spread, because a lopsided team, I mean, it's less predictable, right? If it's a 1 point spread. Here we think the Cowboys are going to win by about 17 points, and this one, so pretty easy to figure out with 38 17, right? um, let's see, 27 to 10. 27 to 10, 28 to 10. It's right there. 27-10, 28-10. That's the spread. That's the total. So, do you think that that's what's going to happen today? Or can you find a way to get the, one way or the other, figure out how you're going to bet this game if you are at all? Maybe you don't even care. This game's ugly. I get that. So, what happens though when you get two teams like this situation is you usually get, since this is a pretty wide sample, but it's 20 years old. It only happens about maybe once a year, actually. So that's what I said, right? Once or twice a year. Uh, last 18 times this has happened. It's happened 18 times in 21 years. We've gotten a home favorite of 15 points or more with a total of 39 points or less. The underdog in those games have gone 14-4. So taking the points has been very, very strong in this situation. Now you've got to, get up the gumption here and take Tommy DeVito against Dak and the Cowboys, who are uh, getting things together. I mean, they've had some ups and downs, certainly, and the Giants have that disastrous defensive line going up against Parsons and all these guys. Here's the funny thing: the Giants, right? Talk about the 10 points that they are supposed to score in this game, right? The 27-10, 28-10. Can the Giants actually get a little bit more, or will they get shut out, or will they get about 10 points? A touchdown and a field goal. Not hard to figure out. Well, the Giants are 1-6 straight up. We know that in their last 7 games, 2-4-1 against the spread in those 7 games, and they're averaging 10 points. So maybe the Giants can get 10 points today. So will the Cowboys get enough to help it take it over? You only need them to get one more score over that average of 27 or 28. Is it going to be 4 touchdowns today? Is it going to be 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals for the Cowboys? Or do you have them just absolutely blowing them out? I would think that the comfortability of the Cowboys right now, and if the Giants don't fix this, the Cowboys may be able to take advantage of DeVito. Look, he hasn't really. He had a moment or two out there, right, in that last game or two that he's been in there. But I'm going to go over. I'm going to give this one a sneak over. Maybe it'll be Dallas getting there. Maybe if the Giants get 13 points, it would seem like it would go over, right? All right, Brent, you're right. I'm sorry. Right, doubles. You only Ramon, right? They're gonna be calling me again. I'm gonna get a text from the boss. You don't talk 10 minutes on the 17-point spread, and you know what I'm gonna tell him? What do you mean? This only happens once a year in the last 20 years. You only get this intriguing matchup once a year. All right. I try to be entertaining on here, you guys. I'm going to take the over in this one. I don't know who's going to win. The Washington Commanders take on the Seattle Seahawks. NFL action here on a Sunday. The Seahawks are a touchdown favorite at home in this one. We saw the Colts here, right? They're going right down here all of a sudden, inside near the 10-yard line. So we're on our way. Don't panic, you guys. I mean, I'm the one that does the. Well, I know you guys are sweating it. I mean, this is real money here. We're not kidding around. So. All right. Anyways, Commanders and the Seahawks here. Seahawks at 5-3. They've split their last 4 games though after that 3-1 start, and they've really been struggling in the second half of games right now. So that's something they'll have to shore up. But they are at home here against Washington today in the. I don't know, in the featured game of the the Chargers and but I'm talking about the national game, the 425 games today. I think that's what I'm kind of pointing at here and saying that for me, this is a better game than that Cowboy game, certainly. So. All right. Washington, their last 7 games, they've been outscored 101-64 in the second half. They are 15-9-1 against the spread, coming off of a win, and we saw that last week. 3 of their last 4 has gone under. And look, I think the Seahawks can. I think they will win this game. I don't think there's going to be an upset here today with these 2 teams. Let's get your comments. In this one. And hello to Robert Martin. It's nice to see you today. Bobby wants to go over in this one.
Final.
Sorry about that, brother. Nice to see you, though. Fernando here on Seahawks. Great, Robert. Nice to have you from the home of the Jets. And he's got basketball for us as well. Oh, okay. Robert, you're playing oh gosh, I want to get it right. Proline. Are you on are you playing Proline? I always wondered that's a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor for the Colts. Pretty good drive for Taylor and the Colts there to get the touchdown and take the lead. Hey, don't forget, I just saw Steam Play come in on college basketball. And we're going to go over that Steam, man. Don't worry. That might be that might be our new featured part of the show. It feels like you guys really like that, and I'm glad. All right, I got to make a call here on this game. This is the toughest game for me, I think, of the week here with the Seahawks and the Commanders. But I don't trust the Seahawks to be covering any numbers. I think they will win, but not in the NFL, not right now. I mean, look, Seahawks, nice offense. I get it, but oh, sorry about that. We'll get you, Howard. I got some college basketball today here in this one, but I'm gonna just try the Commanders here plus the points. I mean, I don't really have a feel as far as Seahawks, getting the money on laying a touchdown. It just does not feel quite right here at this point. Obviously, they expect the Commanders to be able to have some offense here, right? Because 44 and a 3-point spread. That's probably easy to figure. 24-21 is right there. Or I'm sorry, 27-20. It's actually a tough one, isn't it? Because 25-21 doesn't really work. 25 is not a good score. You got to go 24-21, and that's only 3 points. 24-18 is too low. 26 is not a good NFL number either. 25 and 26 are actually hard numbers to get in pro football. So sometimes I just throw those out. In the NFL, I mean, I got to be honest. A lot of my handicapping comes down to what numbers can games land on. I can't tell if a team. Nobody knows if a team can go out there and put up 5 touchdowns. You're supposed to try to stick around right to the spread. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. 25 and 26 really doesn't happen. So here, when you have a game that I don't know, 22, 20, 20 25 to 19 doesn't necessarily work. You need 24 to 19 as 5 points. 24 to 18. 18 is not a great number. 18 does happen occasionally, no doubt. Those numbers down there down low. So thank you, Robert. Great. I'm glad you um, have and yeah. Don't forget about some of the injury report here. All right, Daryl. Nice to see. Hey, missed you, Daryl. Sorry about that. I missed your play. Ziggy will lay it. And I'll take the Commanders. Maybe I'd actually do prefer Sam Howell. Obviously, I mean, I think he did move. I think they moved on right from him, and like I said, with Heineke now. But talk about Washington, moving on from Heineke to Howell, and I do feel like they're kind of the same computer, just getting a restart maybe with Howell. So, all right. Thanks, you guys, on that one. All right, it's Sunday Night Football here in Las Vegas with the Jets and the Raiders in this one. And, well, come on. I mean, uh, the Raiders I'm the one that used, now I hear, they were talking on one of the YouTube shows. I don't know if anybody can uh, see what they're saying, but the old lipstick on the pig. And somebody said, "What does that mean exactly?" And I said, "Well, that's what the Raiders are doing basically, because this franchise is certainly a bit dysfunctional, um, especially with what kind of just went on with the coaching situation. But it was all hunky dory last week. You bring in Pierce. Look, you want to kind of at first you're like, do I?" Football players are grown men. So if you got a bunch of guys coming into the owner and saying, this guy's not, and we already saw McDaniel's stint in Denver and what happened, uh, McDaniel's maybe needs a dose of reality a little bit, right? Uh, maybe the players are wrong. Maybe, he is a good X's and maybe all that. Maybe they're not, a lot of things are psychology now too. So that it does become a factor. I mean, it's not all about the X's and O's, but the Raiders were better, right? The Raiders were better because they felt better. There's no indication that that Pierce, who really doesn't have a great resume and whatnot, and maybe this coaching staff isn't that great, but they felt better about themselves. And now they're playing an opponent that certainly is beatable in the Jets here. Ziggy wants to take the Jets. And Wilson, I've said it. Okay, Wilson has been that much better, right? He seems to be getting better, a little bit better every week. You feel like that um, Norwegian comedian on TikTok. So I don't know. I mean, I do know. I do. I mean, I'm taking the Raiders just because of the feel good, right? The Jets don't have any. They're already struggling every time out there, and things are going wrong. The Jets, they just don't look like they're just fully, you know, functional, or if you will. They're having all these problems right now with their season. They're trying to get Rodgers back. Not even worth discussing at this point. I mean, he said a few fortnights, right? So now we have everybody trying to break down a few fortnights. Well, okay, a fortnight is 2 weeks. A couple of fortnights is 4 weeks. A few fortnights is 6 weeks. I think, right? I'm trying to be that guy too. So, and don't forget Max. Um, I went on a show a couple weeks ago, and I said, and I'm going to be on one of those shows today over on PSR. If you know what I'm talking about, I'll be on um, their featured NFL show today. But what I said was Max would get one quarterback kill, I remember that game, and remember we took out Daniel Jones. And he did. So, uh, anyways, the Jets, right? They even had they're 4-4, right? So that's the thing about the talk. But this is the NFL where all these games are, especially with mediocre teams. The Raiders are 4-5. I don't know. The Raiders, oh, hey, 4-5, I'll take it. Um, I'm not trying to become a Raiders fan, but I just live here. So, yes, I'm kind of a Raiders fan. I never have said this on I'm embarrassed to say it, but I won't. I'm telling these stories like I always do. Who cares? But I was a Raiders fan when I was a little boy because I didn't, want to root for the Chargers. They were terrible, and the Raiders were good. And so I was like, 6 or 7, 8 years old. I like the Raiders, the mean Raiders. They had the great teams. They went to the Super Bowl. First Super Bowl I really remember was the Raiders and the Vikings. And I remember watching the whole game. Yeah, I remember football a little bit before that. And they told me I watched the Super Bowl a couple years before, but I remember the Vikings and the Raiders. That was my first Super Bowl, 1977 season or year, right? And I liked and then the Raiders had the holy roller game against the Chargers where Ken Stabler rolled the ball. And it was kicked by Dave Casper, and Mark Van Egan fell on the end zone. And the chicken fell backwards, in one of the most zaniest, impossible, and uncanny dream of a play. And the Raiders beat the Chargers. And I said, you know what? I can't be associated with a bunch of cheaters like that. They changed the rule. You can't roll the ball anymore down the field. Okay, if you roll the ball, then bring the ball back to where you started to roll the ball from. In the last 2 minutes, the rule. So that's where that came from. So I said, I don't like the Raiders anymore, but I'm coming around on them, and I'm coming around on them tonight. I'm going to take the Raiders to beat the Jets in this one. Not a great series for the Jets, actually, long term, but I don't know. That was in Oakland and all that. And I'm going to take the Raiders. They have won their last 3 at home. And you talk about Max Crosby, this defense getting it done right now at home. Say what you will. But in those 3 victories, they've won their last 3 games at home. They've allowed 13, 17, and 6 points. So I'm going to take the Raiders on this one. They've been taking the ball away a little bit. And they are 3-7 to the number in their last 10 games as a home favorite. Right now, I think, is it still? Oh, the Jets have moved to a 1-point favorite. I have it right there on screen. Thank you, guys, for that. Looking at the NFL with me. All right, we got to keep moving on. Because I want to get to the NBA plays after yesterday we swept the board. That's what I wanted to say, you guys. We swept the board. Look, I'm going to give you a different, I'm going to give you a different look. I'm never going to come up here and I'll take a chance. And those are the spots you got to hit. The one, sometimes the goofy ones, no one, believes you. You got to look. We want to come on here and give good handicaps. The spot is a feel, right? For a capper, right? For me, mid 50s guy, betting all my life, experience a little bit. Hey, DJ Polo, Young Cash Talk Polo, great to have you, man. DJ Polo Young Cash Talk Polo. I like saying that. Nice to have you. And he said he liked my top 4 plays for the day, and DJ's new here in the chat, so I don't know what I can do to have some fun with DJ Polo. I just give out a play in all the afternoon games, and I have some videos here on the channel with all the games today, DJ Polo, and hopefully that'll do it for you. But my top plays today, I got to be honest. DJ Polo, my top play. I sell plays here on the Tony. I sell plays on a website, and for $25, I got my 5 best plays. I don't expect you just met me to go buy my plays, but hey, maybe you could go through and write down my plays or go through those plays I just gave. I'll go through them right now. I gave out the Arizona Cardinals. I gave out the Chargers. I gave out the over in the Giants and the Cowboys game, and I gave out the Commanders, and I gave out the Raiders. So let's do it. 5-teamer, you and me. All right, back to the action here in basketball. I guess I just got to speed through these a little bit today with some of these matchups. And again, I'm not going to dilute my NFL card with these early season NBA games a little bit. I might get involved later on when the card thins out a little bit, but I like the NFL. And we talk about that, needing to break that 52.5% barrier here on the website. So I'm talking to DJ Polo and those guys. If you do buy my picks, you got to go 52.38% to beat the $1.10. We know that. Here on the site, I'm hitting close to 55% over the last since January 1st and over last calendar year, or not last calendar year, last full 365-day cycle here at the website up to 56.1%. So that's going to get it done. My goal, of course, as a tout is to get it to that 60%. Got to cover that cost. 56% will cover the cost, still put you well into the profit if you buy the picks, especially from the long-term plan. So that's just a little bit of the marketing part of this that I try to do. Everything else is free here, and these NBA plays are going to be free for you guys. Maybe even a little premium feel for me a little bit in these. Maybe not a lot of X's and O's breakdown here because we got still a lot of games, and the Colts have the ball back, huh, guys? And they're gonna, what they're gonna do. They're gonna be able to do something here, I would think. These crazy Colts, not with a play like that. All right, Hornets and Knicks. It looks like we're dealing with double digits here for the Knicks. What's going on here? 10 and 224 in this one. That feels pretty awkward here with the Knicks. I mean, well, they've been okay here, but I wouldn't think that they could get a number like this right now, no matter who they're playing. I'm, happy with the Knicks certainly so far, but right now against the spread, 5-2-1, looking pretty good, but I don't know if I want double digits. The Hornets, the steam came in on the reported steam came in on the under here. I'm probably going to give out both, as I do feel like it will stay under. It's already 224. It was as high as 227. It was high as 228.5. And look at this move to the under here in this one. So, yeah, I think I could still. Oh, I'm going to give out the under as my play here. I know I said I might give out two. I kind of want to, but let me just dial it back. Yeah, let me dial it back a little bit. I'm going to take the under here, 224. I'm not going to have a premium. I don't even know if I feel comfortable. The Knicks could actually win this one. Very, very Fernandez on the Knicks here in this one. Robert, if you've been hitting at 87%, and I need a little bit more clear on that, brother. Appreciate what you're saying, but yeah, we're punting all right, Perky. That was fast. Minshew, yeah. Well, Uncle Rico, he's been known to have a cocktail. That's why he's Uncle Rico. That's why Uncle Rico didn't make it to the right. Is that why Uncle Rico didn't make it to the NFL? Right? Because he drank, right? You guys remind me of that if you know what I'm talking about. One of the classics. All right. So I'm going to give out the single bets. Okay, great. So Robert, 87% single. Please get a hold of me. I have a deal for you. I have an offer for you, and it's going to be a very real offer. So if you can hit me up in the Discord, anybody hitting 87% shouldn't be hanging out in a chat room. We need to do something with that. Maybe you're a very wealthy man that just likes to visit YouTube chat rooms and you just bet on the side. But we could find a way to compensate you for those picks. And I'm just not talking about me. I'm talking about every single person in this chat room will absolutely give you money hand over fist to get any information that you have that can help us get somewhere close to 87%. And I'm being just a tiny bit facetious, but I'm also very, very serious in every way. Great. No, I hear you. Believe me, you talk about betting and volume and how much people bet. Look, I bet the landscape. I don't have bombs. Okay, I mean a smaller better, I would say, than the average person. Now, once my money's all in on the table, I'm probably going to have, I'm not talking down to you guys. May have a bigger bankroll. I don't know. I'm living a modest life here in Las Vegas as a professional bettor and handicapper on YouTube. But when my money's all in on the day, it's a lot of money. It's just probably not as much. You guys are probably the general public's going to bet a few games bigger money, and I'm going to bet more games smaller money, but all over the place, and still have my premiums because those are the ones I'm like, these are the ones that I want to bet. I want to tell everybody I'm betting on. I want to go in public with this. You know, Thanks you guys for that. Okay, under for me in that one. I try to relate these personal stories that they tell me not to because I'm trying to make sales here, make friends with you guys, and tell you the type of person and handicapper that I am. All right. Yeah, no doubt about it. We'll work with. We're not. I'm not trying to drive them away or anything like that. I mean, people have formulas. Believe me. All right, here we go. All right, the Wizards are going to be taking on the Nets. We've already seen widely reported steam coming on the over on this one, and I don't know. It looks pretty solid to me. We are seeing some buyback right now. I think that 236 has turned into a 234 and a half. Um, Maybe this buyback is serious enough, but I don't. I want over. That's the way I think I've closed the gap on these. These are the ones that were beating me early on, and now my totals are starting to heat up a little bit. Obviously, as evidenced by the last 2 days on the 2 or 3 days on the show with these totals. I was whiffing, and that cost us in premium land a little bit. But I think I have a handle on it now. This one's actually going the wrong way for me as far as what I was expecting because it was moving higher at first, but I just thought that early move to the over was pretty good, and I'm taking over in this game with Brooklyn and Washington, and I think this one is one that maybe I can get involved with the side here. The Nets have been absolutely terrific. Maybe you don't trust them as a favorite, but I think I might here in this one and lay it. I do like the over a little bit more, I would say, but neither is going to go premium against that NFL card right now. I like Brooklyn. I like the over. The Wizards are 7-1 to the over so far this season. The Nets are 7-2 against the spread. You're going to have to cover a spread here, and maybe the Nets aren't that type of team, right? We may be one preferring the Nets still, maybe in the underdog role a little bit, but the Wizards have looked bad. They're probably among the bottom teams in the league right now. So I'll lay it here a little bit with a free play, but I prefer the over. If we were going to go, you guys, let's go over. And Furner says that this Nets lineup, the way they've been having the injuries, it sounds like, is what you're concerned with here tonight, Furner. Is that what I'm interpreting? No doubt, Salty Fly Guy. You're getting it so far. Another punt in the game. Under looking good. Yep. Yeah, Jimmy, maybe that's where Robert can come in to the Discord. And Robert, I do have some futures. I do game by game. This show is a daily show where I just look at every game. So uh, uh, that's all. And so I just would like to make you an offer you can't refuse. All right. So for me, let's go 2 plays. I'll give out the Nets, but I think I like the over better as my I don't know if I can even say official play. I'm giving out both because it's a big card today, and uh, we're hot. We're hot on our show plays. All right, I have the Grizzlies going up against the Clippers. today in this one, and the Clippers a big favorite here. Doesn't feel real comfortable wanting to lay the Clippers, but the Memphis Grizzlies are really in a bad way right now, and that's been a disaster. 1-8 start, 2-7 against the spread. The Clippers don't cover numbers really. They're 3-5, 3-5 ATS. Can they really get some numbers here against the Grizzlies? Yeah, probably will be a victory close to the spread. So I don't know if I can even confidently come on the show here and make this call, but I'm going to go under as my play with Memphis and the Grizzlies here, Memphis and the Clippers in this one. There's not a lot of trends, I would say, so far that indicate these guys are heavy under teams with the Grizzlies 4-5 so far to the under, and the Clippers just 4-3-1 to the over. But at two, is it 225? Let me correct it here. I think it's actually gone down on a move here. Oh no, 225. I see a 224.5. I'm not going to update it for half a point, but this one I would think would probably still be on the move lower. Feels like I got the right side here. Maybe we're going to even beat the number here a little bit. Yeah, now we're talking, Robert. Now we're talking. Again, I'm a Clippers fan. I'm a Clippers fan. So don't be coming in here on we just met talking about my. No, I agree with you. We're a joke. Clippers are a mess. I hate. Look, and I just had to go through with my Padre. Right? Yeah, it's we talk about the chemistry. We talk about coaching. Whatever it is. Right? This team has no chemistry. They're going to be right. These guys can't play. You know you don't leave your ego at the door, you're not going to be doing much. Is the way I feel about it. Can we get on the Grizzlies here? I don't really feel comfortable. Look, I mean, I'll give out some crazy plays here and there, but I will say Clippers 3-0, 3-0 against the spread so far at home for the Clippers. So just take note of that because I think a lean. I hate the leans here. I'd rather give it out. And maybe I do like the Clippers here. It's sometimes these inflated lines that uh, that those are the way to go. I mean, that's that kind of the way it goes, especially when you have. Let me see here. I think the action looks like it's coming in heavy on Memphis now. I would probably need to look at another site or two. I am using my trusted line source, one of the trusted line services. Some people say, "Oh, they manipulate those numbers to make you bet." Really, they go through all that trouble to make me, my little old me, want to bet one way or the other because of some betting percentages. They don't care. It's just automated. Get out of here with that. But it's heavy on. It's early in the betting cycle. It's on Memphis so far. Maybe because the Clippers do look like a mess as far as the chemistry of it and all that, but nobody worse than the Grizzlies. So I would actually lean Clippers, lean. Give me the under as my play here on the show. Don't want to mess up a good streak by just throwing out some plays there. All right, the Pacers are going to take on the 76ers here. NBA action. We're getting to the night portion of the card now. This is 6 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Pacific in this one. And I know where I'm headed. I'm pretty sure with at least the total. This one, yeah, 239. I get it. Let me look at it. Maybe I want to look at it even again to make sure. But I'm gonna probably go under here, even with this kind of number that you're right now. You're kind of supposed to go over. You're not supposed to do anything, but these are the games that have been kind of going over right now. But we're seeing a little bit, maybe a move to the under. That's the way I'm gonna go in this one. On the side, I'm probably gonna take the points here. In fact, I think I'm going to give out a double play in this one. It is down to 6, right? Let me look at it because um Let me look at it because two 6.5, 237.5. Okay, it might be up to 6.5 here, but I want to take the Pacers against the Sixers. And look, the Sixers have been great. They're 6-1. They're 7-1, 7-1 against the spread. We got my new buddy and we got my new friend in here, Robert. We're talking chemistry, right, and all that. Philly, get rid of the bums. Go with this situation, right? Philly, Brooklyn, right? Just you know, do things the right way. It's working out. The Sixers crushing it right now with this roster here. Oh, Lucci, what's going on with that? Right now, like I hope you weren't watching the show, and like yeah, doubles. Thank you for saying that for Lucci. We don't want that. So, Burner, I like that. We're looking for places to lean, right? Here's the other thing. I want to say this for Ferner about this, right? Uh, I got one opportunity. Tony's given me one opportunity to come on here a couple hours a day on his 40,000 subscriber YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. We're almost there. I ain't passing. I ain't probably not passing. I'm willing to put my handicap on the line. So, Ubre, yeah, it didn't look good for Ubre, right? Um, oh yeah, the old boy got hit by a car, right? I get it now too. I'm doubles got me. Doubles didn't read it right, and it made it funny. But Lucci, poor Lucci. Yeah, Kelly Oubre got hit by a car. And he was released from the hospital after. I didn't even make. I'm telling you the story. I mean, he's been released from the hospital. Everything's fine. Checked out okay. But I should have made the correlation right away, right? I should have said, Lucci got hit by a car. So did Kelly Oubre. Okay, give me the Pacers. Give me the under. I got a double play for you here tonight. I'm going to look for spots here to get some premium action on this card with tie it up with a little bit of NBA here. So we're having some punch, you guys, aren't we? In the football game, all of a sudden, not making me too happy. I went against my old friend, the trend. The trend is your friend. All right. Uh, Nuggets and Rockets here in this one. We got the Nuggets on the road as a favorite here at -4. And I'm not totally sure on the side necessarily here. Rockets have been absolutely terrific, haven't they? This has been a pleasant surprise so far for the Rockets to be 5-3, 5-3 against the number. So yeah, they've gotten blown out a couple games early on, but um, hats off to the Rockets. And well, gotta wonder. I mean, maybe I don't know if it's a controversial hire to bring this coach in, with his I don't even know if it's baggage. It's unfortunate, try not to do things in the workplace. But that I don't even know what to say, but I'm just saying the guy probably is a pretty good coach, right? Boston probably was disappointed that he did that and they had to make a decision on that. And they replaced him with maybe a good quality coach too. But this guy's doing a good job so far, and you're going against the Nuggets, usually laying too many points, um, especially on the road here. But uh, probably could look, the way the Rockets are playing right now. They're just out of there. Just feels like they're just out of their minds a little bit. Now, um, the number's kind of short. I'm not necessarily going to play the side here just yet. I'm going to play the total though and go under. You see it already, 217. I think I might have to update it on the screen actually. I'll put it at 216 because it's already gone down. And look, this is the next game too. The Heat and the Spurs a low total, but seems like the high totals go over and the low totals go under, like an NFL game to a certain extent. But I am going to take the under with the Nuggets and the Rockets in this one. Nuggets are 3-6 so far to the under. They do play, obviously, pretty solid D, allowing 106 points per game. If the Rockets should have any trouble, it might be against a team like the Nuggets. But hey, early season game, you're on the road. The Nuggets are favored. They can win, not cover type of thing. 4 is a little short, no doubt. I'm going to lay off right now. This could be a target for me. Thank you, Robert, for that. We'll see, Fernando. Could be, right? And Ferner asking, why the total is so low. But, I think we, like I said, yeah, it's not necessarily a big time trend and that would indicate it with the two teams necessarily, right? Is that the way you're kind of trying to interpret it a little bit? These two teams have a lot of um, Jamal Murray being out, that could be an issue too. But Denver so far, 0-3 to the under on the road, all 3 games under on the road so far. Houston, 2-4 to the under at home, 2-4 as a underdog. So going under as home dogs, and Denver going under on the road. So, but a low number here, no doubt. And I'm going under. Heat and Spurs. The Heat did a nice job, didn't they, last time out? Pretty good job by the Heat in that last game. So, uh, get my get my notes on this game going here, because the reported steam did come in on the under in this game. So let me check something here. All right, sorry about that, you guys. So for me in this one opened Miami 1.5. It opened 225.5 as a high number. Is that right? I have this typed in wrong. That's what it is. Thank you. Okay. No wonder I was so crazy. You guys are probably typing away right now in the chat. What are you doing, Ramon? That total's wrong. 221.5, maybe even 222 is what we're seeing here with this game. Okay, that's big. That's important. All right, you guys didn't say anything about that. So I don't know if that changes anything for me. Like I said, the reported steam did come in on the under with this game. So I'm sorry that's kind of blindsided me there a little bit and made me kind of go back and have to reanalyze the spread there because I had that number wrong. I'm very sorry about that, you guys. All right. For me, I have one way to go. Now, the reported steam came in on the under in this game, and I'm the steam chaser here of the group. I'm the guy always, but come on, the Spurs are 8-1 to the over so far. They don't play any defense, and even the Heat should be able to figure out, I would think, how to get something done here. Now, are they going to win this game? I don't know. The Heat are just 3-6 so far. The Spurs have done a nice job. I know everyone's kind of hot and cold on Wemby at this point. And I expect inconsistency early on. I still rate him as a can't miss prospect here. Remember, he maybe even a little bit younger, kind of than Giannis and everything when he was coming around in the league. Wembanyama is going to be fine. He's already had a huge game in the league, so again, I don't know, against a team like Miami, could he have his game here? All right, I'm just gonna give out the under here. I'm not sure if I know who's gonna win this game. What do you guys have? Right. He not to score too many. Maybe maybe I should have went with that total early on here. But uh, uh, what did I say, you guys? I'm on the over. Right? Did I say it wrong? I want to make it clear here. If I because Ferner said points be line. I'm wondering if I said the wrong. I'm against Ferner. I'm not singling Ferner out. I am on the over. The reported team did come on the under here. I am contrarian in this game. I do believe. I think people will be looking, quite frankly, to the under in this game. I feel like I am the contrarian here. Matt's going with me though. All right, I got the Mavericks here against the Pels. And in this one, the Mavericks on the road right now, favored by 2.5 or so, right? Let me make sure. I want to look at the latest line. And I think that is right. Dallas at 2.5, up to maybe 234.5. I think maybe we should update that. Maybe update that total here because I think that's the way I'm going in this one with the Mavericks and the Pelicans. I would think that this one has a pretty good shot to be one of those big time over game. More punting in the football game. I usually love punting, don't I? Get a little. You guys may have called it. I should have went with my old tradition. My old the trusty friend, the trend. All right, Mavericks and Pelicans. Mavericks 7-2 so far, 5-4 against the spread. Got to be pretty impressed the way things are going right now for the Mavs. Now this matchup against the Pelicans, despite things not going uh, great for the Pelicans, we saw Zion miss another game with uh, birth of a child. Well, congratulations, Zion. I hope that doesn't. I hope Zion might be the first player. When here's Chad says you don't know who guards Zion, but I wanted to say tongue in cheek that Zion did miss a game, right, because of having a baby with his girlfriend. That's very, very nice. But could we see more? Will he miss more games with the birth of more children? That more than one game a season, if you know what I mean, with the Zion. I don't know. Am I not supposed to say something like that? I'll take the over as well in this game with the Mavericks and the Pelicans. So good job, Zion. And I don't want Zion. I mean, it feels like he might be the next Crow. All right, the Pistons are going to take on the Bulls. NBA action here for Sunday. The reported steam did come on the under here. I've got to go on the under here for sure. I think it's probably lower than this number on the screen right now. 217, as low as 217. I've seen. I think the move is probably correct in this one. I'm going to chase this steam right to the window here with the Bulls favored by 7.5. And I was looking at the side here. Look, I'm giving out the um, under here. Like I said, the reported steam came in on the under, and it's been the Pistons that have been a big time under so far this season. They've gone 2-6-1 to the under with pretty good defense, allowing just 114 points per game. And you got to wonder. I'm sorry, the Bulls are 2-6-1 to the under. Did I say it right? Gosh, you guys, I feel like I'm a little tired after all those games yesterday. Uh, Bulls 2-6-1 to the under. Uh, you guys, I might want to start this game over. The Bulls are 2-6-1 to the number so far this season. I don't know if I trust the Bulls here necessarily to lay this many points to the Pistons. Pistons are 2-8, but 5-5 so far against the spread. So I feel like I kind of want to do a double play here on this one and take the Pistons and the under. You guys might already be doing it in the comments. Here's doubles. He wants Detroit. Chad, I think he's saying. Chad says, watch out the injury factor in this one today. Livers is out. Bogdo is out. Thonmaker's going to be in there, probably starting at center. That's not right. What am I looking at? No, the current injuries. Yeah. Burks, Joe Harris still out, right? This is a long injury list, no doubt. I won't go too into the names unless you guys really need it, but no, I'm gonna trust the Pistons here. They're 2-8, 5-5 to the number. And Robert here asking about Lonzo Ball. And Lonzo Ball, unfortunately, Robert, his future is actually in question. We're just hoping that Lonzo can, make it back actually uh, um, to basketball. And I do. I'm a Lonzo Ball fan. I know, and he's not for everybody, but haven't watched so many of his prep games. I'm just a pretty big fan. Give me the Detroit Pistons and the under in this one, side and total. I'm giving out extra plays here because of NFL Sunday and celebrating our 4-0 on the show yesterday. Let's not jinx it. All right, we got to get this show done here. Thunder and Suns in this one, and the Suns a favorite here at home, 2.5 and 235 here. I'm showing it down to 233, probably with good reason. I mean, that's where I'm going again, you guys. I know I'm Mr. Look, like I said, you're getting some of my best here today. I want to say Gerardo's lighting up the Discord right now. Don't leave the show, but you might have to get this playing. But thank you, Gerardo, lighting up the Discord with his soccer plays. So check it out. Anyways, here I am going to go with the under in this one today. And I think I don't know. I like maybe this could be the spot. The spot. Thunder 5-4 so far, straight up, but 6-3 against the spread here. Against the Suns have been very inconsistent, trying to get healthy right now. Suns are 6-3 to the over, but I'm going under if it's down to 233. So when you see these high numbers right now start to move down, that's significant. I'm going to go under here in this one. And gosh, I kind of want to give out the Thunder to win this game. They've been so good to us so far. And look, they're on the road. They're getting points. We want to get more points. I know we want to be greedy with these Thunder right now, but it doesn't seem to be any let up. Yeah, 6-3-1 against the spread. That's good. That's pretty good. We'll take that. I like the Thunder here in this one. I hope I don't leave myself without too many plays today, but again, we're heavy in the NFL. We'll make it work. I just want to, if we're seeing the board well, let me take my chances here to impress you guys. Maybe with a good day on a big card. Take OKC. We got the Chad challenge for today is in this game. Who won the last one, Chad? I don't even know, actually. Maybe you did. And no problem if you did. Ferner says, "Don't forget NBA in-play tournament." Yeah, and that's another thing to consider, right, Ferner? Will we do we take some of these games off a little bit early on during the NBA in-season tournament? Remember how it works, you guys, and they play on Tuesdays and Fridays for a few weeks. The in-season tournament, and what they end up doing, is these games. I don't know. They lose these games. They might take off. They might rest in these games or something like that. All right, keep it going. Got to finish this show. Oh my God, I got to get out of here and go to. Anyway, Timberwolves and Warriors in this one, and here for this game. Um, Let me see. I think I have a side here, don't I? Let me call up the Timberwolves 6-2. They have the best defense right now in the league so far. It's really been impressive, no doubt about it. I know the Sharps are going to come on the under here. In fact, I show this one already going down. I'm showing it now down to 220.5. These moves are all significant. The moves are kind of winning a little bit as well. Now, these two teams aren't overwhelming to the under so far this season, but you gotta like what the Timberwolves are doing. They're only 4-4 with that spread, but remember they're allowing just 102.3 points per game. Yeah, will the defense regress a little bit? Yeah, maybe it will, but I think I might be willing to kind of bank on this being kind of a real thing to a certain extent. Man, I want to take the Timberwolves in this game today and have them show the Warriors what this defense is all about. Uh, the Warriors, though, can be tough, certainly at home. So uh, this is probably one of the better, better, more entertaining games. It feels like to me. I'm on the under for sure with that awesome Timberwolves defense. We know the Warriors, uh, kind of solid at home to the under. Not right now so far this season, I don't think. Let me take a look here. Uh, Warriors right now 1-2 to the under at home. So Warriors actually on 2-1 to the under on the road. But this is supposed to be the defense. Everybody's talking about it. They're on the little. I don't know if you go to the dunks and threes thing. I like looking at that. Nunya, hello. Nice to see you today. Yeah, for no in tournament games, they're on Tuesdays and Fridays. And Robert, and I know you've been around the internet there, and you were talking about the Thunder and that other game. And I refuse to say that saying. Actually, I'm trying to make sure I never say it. So I'm not trying. I want to be that guy that doesn't say it. The old Thunder saying. All right. You guys got some plays here. I'm taking the under. We got to get this show going, man. Come on, let's go. Let's hurry. Trailblazers, the Lakers tonight. NBA action for Sunday night. And in this one, look, you have the Lakers 3-6 against the number so far this season. Oh my gosh! But this feels like the night. Even the Lakers can win one by margin now and then. And this one, no one's going to want to lay double digits with the Lakers. I think they're up to a 10-point favorite now. Even I might even have to update this, and I will just to make it fair. Look, I'm liking what Portland. I'm part of the Portland thing, right? We talk about the chemistry or making the right moves, the right deals. Look, they don't want to get rid of a guy like Lillard. I mean, or did they want to even shift the whole franchise around with those all-star guards that they have. But you got to move on eventually and do the right thing. Here, I actually like. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Furter. I'm laying these points with the Lakers tonight. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm sure. I don't know what the site says right now with the percentages. I'm actually interested in seeing it here. Um, Oh, just overwhelming money. Tickets are kind of split, so but overwhelming money on the yeah, no doubt, Chad. And you know, throw that all out the window, obviously. Well, actually, I'm playing the spot, so I'm always playing the spot on the show. I don't want you guys to think that I've ever changed or whatever. Here, if AD and LeBron miss this game, and it goes down. Remember, AD had a more significant injury. LeBron could be in a rest situation, right? Or well, he's been still nagged uh, by that injury, by that long term injury. At this point, he's going to have to live with it the rest of his career, I think. At this point, but I've got the Lakers here in a blowout, and if both those guys are out and the Lakers go down to 3-point favorite, I'm on the Lakers. I probably prefer the Lakers in that if that happens. So maybe that's what Robert's saying. The line smells fishy. Write it out. 10-point favorite. Portland doing a heck of a job. All right, let's get to hockey. We got to get this show over with, man. I want to get out of here. I got to go to a thing here. All right. We're starting off in extra plays here, probably on these um, early games right now, for sure. Uh, Florida here going up against the Blackhawks in this one, and for me, look, Blackhawks have done a nice job. I don't think anybody's had any problem with what the Blackhawks have been up to so far. Now, I'll check the goalies here if I can. Try to get this information to you if there's been any change so far, but. Looks like the Blackhawks will be using Soderblom here today, and oh, that seems okay here. Seeing this field goal end up short. And for me, I'm going to take the Panthers on the puck line. Yeah, I've been really great so far with Chicago, having no problem backing them in some spots. But today I'm going Florida and under as a double play here in this one. Coming off of our smashing day yesterday, we're going to roll with Florida here, lay the puck line against the Blackhawks. We're going to whip through these, you guys. Now that my little sports shows are condensed, I'm not too worried about in-depth handicaps. You guys know I'm trying to. You guys know what's going on here. Anyways, I got the Stars and the Wild in this one, and looks like this one's sitting at 5.5, right? Today. So, for me in this game, I'm going to end up taking the Minnesota Wild here to win. I'm going to take the Wild. This is a near pick 'em, I believe, here today. And that other game, Blackhawks, Soderblom is definitely in goal. We don't know at this point with Wedgwood and Gustafson, but that's the way I'm going to lean here with Minnesota. I've seen two-way action from Sharps on the total, so maybe I'm unsure, but just give me the Wild here against the Stars. I think the Wild are still pretty good. Ferner's going here with the Stars. We're just gonna read the steam here. Doubles. I gotta go actually. Thank you for your props, Robert. Thank you. I went 2-0 here on the show yesterday with those plays in the CFL. All right. Let's take a look here now with the Blue Jackets and the Rangers here in this one. And Merzlikins and Domingue. And Domingue, he was pretty good last time. Good job for Domingue and the Rangers in the last game. I thought they came out smelling pretty good in that one. And so for me, I think that with the Rangers here, huge favorite on the road, I imagine they'll probably, we've been on Columbus a little bit here, but man, the Rangers today. I used to. Maybe that's why Mindy dumped me, you guys. Is I always got mad when we had to lay the puck line, and I would still do it. And maybe we didn't have some success or something, and maybe that's why I was saying we don't want to do the puck line, but I'm going to do it again. I got 2 puck lines a day, so hey, got to go with what I'm looking at here with my figures and the action. So there are, obviously 2 275 favorites here. Give me the puck line with the Rangers today. Hope that's okay with everybody. Um, on this one, I don't see a lot of hockey comments coming from you guys today. So, in fact, I'm sorry, I have the line wrong too. I have it backwards, or I have the wrong line. Let me update that. That we can't let that slide. At least for a minute, at least for a few seconds on the video, we've got to have the correct line. And let me get that. I know it's a 275 ish, right? We'll call it 270 and 6.5 under 15. Does that sound okay? What do you guys have? Let me flash this up on screen and talk again for at least a few more seconds on this game between the Blue Jackets and the Rangers, where I am going to go on the Rangers here on the puck line today. Like I said, I think we've had Columbus enough times to consider it a success so far. I mean, they are 5-1 as a puck line underdog so far. Now, Rangers aren't terrible. Usually, good teams. They're 6-6 as a puck line favorite. They've been favored in all their games but one so far. Columbus has been money, taking the goal and a half for sure with that 5-1 record on the puck line away from home, but not today. I got the Rangers here winning this one and taking the puck line in this game. And the total, might be saving that one. All right. The Canucks and my Canadians. Well, this one's tough. Maybe we saw the Canucks coming back down to earth a little bit here, but against my Habs, I have a feeling that the Canucks, I probably wouldn't give this one out as a premium just because of the price here on the road. But we gave out some chalk. Certainly, we're giving out chalk today. Maybe we're just playing with the house's money a little bit from yesterday's big win, but give me Vancouver here on the road in this one against my Canadians. I'll lay it here, and I also want to go under 6.5 goals with this matchup. Let me take a look at the goalies here real quick. Casey DeSmith is in there today for the Canucks. So DeSmith, definitely Demko not in there. I'm still going to go under here in this one with DeSmith in the game. Looks like Sam for the Canadians is what the websites are saying currently. DeSmith has done a nice job so far. 3-0-1 with a 2.82 goals against and a 91% save percentage. And this is a back-to-back, right, you guys, if I'm not mistaken. So a little bit of factor there. Just want to make sure that because yesterday's card was short, but not short, but I mean, yesterday's card was so long. Yeah, Vancouver. That was actually one of our losses, wasn't it? Should have gave out the over in that one. I was over in pocket, and I had Vancouver. That was one of our losses. We're coming back, though, here with Vancouver against my Habs on the road. All right. We got one more on the ice, and then we're going to roll through that steam, I think. We're going to try to, anyway. Give you what we got so far on that college basketball steam. But one more game here with the Sharks and Anaheim. So, hey, give the Sharks a little bit of credit here, I guess, as far as what they've been doing so far. And I don't know, some of these games, the bad teams, I kind of get wrong. Like, I think it's going to be like this one, I would think will be a high scoring game. And the Sharps are going to be taking me over here. It probably is going to be the only direction that I can go with the Sharks and Ducks for right now. I don't know if I have a side on this matchup currently. And even at 6.5, I might look. These teams have been a big time under. That's just there's no doubt about it. But I keep seeing this type of matchup end up going over. Now, maybe without the Sharks, because the Sharks can't score. We know that. But against the Ducks, I don't know. I mean, the Ducks, the story's been awesome for the Ducks, no doubt about it. But this will be the first time all season they've been a favorite. That has my radar up a little bit going up against not because they're not that we know they're going to be a favorite against the Sharks. The Sharks are the worst. Sharks are 0-6 to they have 6 unders so far on the road, but hasn't stopped bookmakers from hanging a 6.5. If you've got the biggest under team in the league, why would you hang a 6.5? It is 6.5 still, right? Yeah, it is juiced to the under, but it feels like uh, the books want to still hang here at this number. So that does that has my market read techniques saying over, and I just might actually Peter Mack. Hello, I mean to have Peter Mack come in here like this and just say smash the like button, that is a real honor. I think Peter, have we met or have you visited before? I think maybe you have. So, but we don't hear from you too often. But I think that's great that you come in here and say that smash the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are so close to the 40,000 subscriber mark here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. It's going to be this week. It feels like might be in the next couple of days here. So appreciate that very much. And I'm gonna take the over here in this one. Just gonna trust my buddies the Sharps here on this one. Doesn't feel like a great game, but I do have the Ducks rising up above Calgary, above Edmonton right now. How does my Alberta teams feel about that currently? Anaheim moving up above those teams the way they've been playing so far. And Vancouver, we've already put them above those teams too. It's almost like the Ducks and Vancouver have become the better teams in the division, and the Oilers and the Flames have not. All right, you guys. Here, let's see. I think I'm gonna come at you with that college basketball steam. I did look at 3 games. I think here. Let me take a look. I think I do have these for you right now. We're at halftime of the football game. By the way, let me take this off there. We are at halftime of the football game currently with the Colts leading 7-3. Oh no, how has this happened? Come on the show. Hi, Lucci. Nice to see you. And Cuddy, nice to see you. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, uh, talking about NHL action here right now, or I'm sorry, college basketball action here right now for today. I've looked at 3 games, and maybe we could just preview those. And but I do want to roll off that steam. I know this has become, I don't know, feels like the new feature of the show that people want to hear from. So let me first just talk about the few games that I looked at that I have a pick right now on here. Maybe not. I need to get out of here right now because I got to go to another show. So let me just pop these games up and give out the play, I think, here. Clemson and Davidson. This is going to be the championship game of the tournament that's being played, the Asheville, calling this the Asheville Championship. And I've got the under here in this one with Clemson and Davidson. The steam came in on the under. I think that's where the move currently is on the under as well. Let me see that too, actually, because I think this one probably has actually moved a little bit lower today. So I just want to make note of that. Maybe even down to 137 or so. And let me give it out as my play. Here's these soccer finals start to roll in from those 9 a.m. Eastern starts. But I've got under. This is a championship game. There's one other game. This one's at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on ESPN2. Good matchups here. Good matchup here between Clemson and Davidson. And I have the under. The steam did come in on the under. And we're going to read off that steam in just a moment. And we're going quickly here. Just want to mention this game. This game is a televised game on No, I know it might be Fox 2. I'm not sure actually. Maybe it's ESPN Plus. But just want to mention it's going to be a nice atmosphere, I'm sure, as Army comes in to play Indiana. Of course, the General Robert Montgomery Knight with passing away, but of course he was a coach at Army before he coached at Indiana. So I believe these guys had already started a little bit of a series, maybe based on that past relationship as well. But for me in this when the steam came in this game already on in on Indiana, and I don't know if I'm even have time to update these lines. We've got to go right now.
Final.
But I wanted to see. I wanted to.
Final.
I want to read off this steam to you guys and get out of here. Not that I couldn't spend another 2 hours with you, but in this one, Army and Indiana, I have the over here. We're going over 135. All right, and one other game tonight is going to be Nevada and Washington. It's the late game feature here, 10 Eastern and 7 Pacific time in this one. And we have Washington, a 4-point favorite, total of 149 right now, maybe even ticked up a little bit higher. I'll call it 150 and I'll grade it at 149. My play is on the under here in this one. I'm not going to break it down for you right now because I got to go and let me read these steam plays. This is the Don Best steam for today in rotation order, and then we're going to be done. All right, here we go. Get ready. Get your pens, pencils, scorecards ready, or just rewind it. This is the widely reported steam by one of the major two-line services here that they send out that steam play warning alert. Eastern Washington plus 14.5. Iowa State minus 25.5. Idaho State and Iowa State over 129.5. Delaware minus 5. Air Force and Delaware over 130.5. San Jose State and Texas Tech over 131. Elon and North Dakota under 156. Sam Houston State and Oklahoma State under 138. Riverside and Portland under 149. Grand Canyon minus 16.5. Northern Arizona and Grand Canyon over 144. Yale and Loyola of Marymount over 145. Robert Morris plus 11. UC Davis plus 4. UC Davis and Montana under 144. Nevada and Washington over 148. Maryland minus 5. UAB and Maryland under 138.5. Bryant and Rutgers over 142. North Carolina minus 23. Merrimack and Maine under 128.5. Georgia and North Carolina Central. Georgia minus 21. And Indiana minus 25. That's going to do it for me here on the Morning Steam. Join me tomorrow with more Morning Steam. I'll be back with more live free sports picks because that's what we do here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Is give away live free sports picks here 7 days a week. Check me out at Tony'sPicks.com. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.